I'll never forget it. Still wake up in cold sweats thinking about it.
I looked through the window of River House and it was horrible.
I've never seen something like that in my 16 years as a medic.
Everyone knows that now they're in danger. You cannot trust anybody.
Don't let weird men near me that could eat me. I sleep with one eye open, and I think I'm slowly becoming a vegan.
Officer.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on around here, but it's fucking terrifying. There's a bunch of screaming and it sounds like Latin.
Latin?
No one could predict what they would see in the lakeside trailer that day, and the lives it would change.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about the cannibal that was around, but not too much. Just hearsay. I just heard that he was kind of keeping people in his shed and eating them up, and he got busted, and it was pretty extravagant bust.
We were at down at suburbs on a 738. That's like a car stuck in the pool. Happens all the time with these kids in town. We got called out to the lake house to report of sawing and strange chanting, muffled screams. We headed out code 3 to the farms. We were the first on scene. There's a man locked in a trailer. It was the smell was horrible.
Can I help you?
Yeah, Santos Police Department. There's reports of screaming and mechanical saw-like noises.
That is my mechanical saw.
My partner, Officer Alligatre, tried to negotiate with the suspect, and we found out he had somebody tied up in the back room.
What is that?
I see feet. Sir, we're gonna need you to step out. Sir, we need you to step out of the building right now.
He's a licensed mediator, you see, so I let him take charge on that.
Yes. Don't come any closer.
My name is Ben Holinsky, Captain Ben Holinsky, badge number 501. Captain in Santos Police Department Investigations Bureau. I rolled up to the trailer park by the water to see a large swarm of Santos police officers.
Well, I don't know Ben Holinsky too well, but as my captain, I would suspect that he's a decent individual.
I approached one of the officers, asked what happened. He said there was some sort of hostage situation, someone killing people. I wasn't quite sure what happened, so I approached the window. I asserted myself as a captain.
Go home.
I mean, you like that? You did that too.
Hello, I'm here to negotiate for you guys.
I looked in there to see a man with a very, very weird kind of accent. He spoke some weird tongue. I don't know what he was speaking. Talking about, meat.
Negotiations eventually fell through, and they had to break into the trailer. And you would not believe the smell when they busted open that trailer door.
So we kind of made the decision that when he wouldn't come out, we kind of had to breach, so... Get that ram. Right, sir, this is your last chance. Come out peacefully.
There is no peace.
Sir,
Right, sir?
let the hostage out.
Let him out. Go in, Officer Alligatre. I need you to use your mediator skills.
Apocalypsio Fatorum.
Okay, sir. Oh, whoa!
The cannibal had vanished, but where did he go? Find out after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, friend, you're looking for the only deal on cars in town? Well, you found him! I'm Greasy Gary, and my prices are the greasiest! Want a ride that looks like a DeLorean, but isn't a DeLorean because you're lonely and rich? Try out this classic BMW for the low price of $515,000! But you probably can't afford that, you fucking loser. Not in case of tiny balls. Greasy Gary's got you covered with this lifting cluster fuck of a Ford Raptor for $61,800. Having a midlife crisis? Maybe you're a really retarded criminal that likes to draw attention to your business? Well, this is a dick extender you've been looking for. My Lamborghini LP 754 Spider for $461,440. Good credit? Bad credit? It doesn't matter, because we only accept cash, you scrub. Except Alex here. She gets them for free. Yeah, Gary like you. So come on down to Greasy Gary's Car Emporium. But don't ask for me, because I'm out spending your hard-earned cash on yachts and shit. Crash into a Meridian in style with a ride from Greasy Gary's. We only sound cheap.
There have been theories and questions raised about that day on the lake, but little answers. Perhaps the only one who truly knows what happened is the cannibal himself.
Do I feel I was treated fairly? You tell me. I was tasered like 4 times, arrested. I'm trapped in here with a thing on my fucking face. I'm not allowed to talk to my friends and family and my other members of my secret brotherhood. It's like Latini Voce a little bit.
And then he just disappeared outside of the trailer.
Yeah, my toilet was rigged with a series of wires and trapdoors to catapult me at a moment's notice once I said the code word.
In a hurry, we all ran out to look for him. You know, we kind of scurried around like cockroaches at that point looking for this guy. We eventually found him. I can't remember if we tased him or not. I'm pretty sure we put a gun to his head.
I was on scene, and you see, myself and another EMT, Nick, we were on duty.
Oh, it was terrible.
We showed up. You know, we could hear all these noises. You know, the police. They had this man in handcuffs.
We got out and we walked up to the cabin and looked in the window, and there was meat and blood everywhere.
There was chunks of human flesh and a set of legs. I mean, just it was bloody. It was horrible.
Mutilated body parts. There was a man's legs trapped in the corner.
You know, I get a lot of body parts that come through my home. You know, I had some arms up in the attic. You guys didn't even seem to care about. Yeah, I mean, you walked over a bunch of human toes at my front door, but everyone wants to talk about the legs. I mean, I got them from a friend. I don't know.
Then he said that he ate their teeth.
Our medics on duty. They need to have a stronger stomach. You know, I was there and he's just puking everywhere. I mean, honestly.
I can't talk about this. Oh, slow down. Oh.
Who's throwing up?
Squeamish EMT Brogan wasn't the only one affected by the events that day. The sights that came from the trailer changed the lives of everyone involved.
Well, I started drinking pretty heavily after that. Not that it helped any. Haven't been able to keep a steady job. Mrs. Coleman took the kids and went off to her mother's. So now I'm thrice divorced, living in a van down by the river. You mind if I smoke? Yeah, it's stuff. Helps, but just a little bit. The booze wasn't quite cutting it.
I was familiar of Mr. Coleman, the work he did within the police department. You know, I unfortunately was not familiar with his methamphetamine addiction.
It's in a very specific place.
Rupert.
Everything's got its place.
Rupert.
You're fucking it all up.
Meth head, you said? I've never eaten a meth head. I've had a crackhead and a guy who was addicted to scratch-offs.
So you're saying you smoked a methamphetamine?
No, I smoke a lot of meth.
Alright, have a good one, Rupert. Stay safe down here. Don't, remember, you're standing in the water, so change your socks. You know, swamp foot's, it's killer.
Believe a man, Sean Swanson, I think he got his nose bitten off.
Oh, I bit his nose!
What
the? He took a chunk out of a guy's nose. We had to reconstruct it. Honestly, it wasn't me, but the EMS that did it did a pretty shitty job. We didn't have any plastic surgery in this town, so we just kind of molded it on with some Play-Doh and paper mache.
The horrible event even helped influence local laws.
They had to make a law and pass it. Of course, it was passed instantly, but it was unconventional.
Yeah, I did hear about the law. It was passed, made cannibalism illegal. I think it should have been illegal from the first place, but yeah, I guess it wasn't.
It was a terrible day, but at the same time, I mean, cannibalism should be legal. I mean, you do you, boo-boo.
With the monster now locked up, it does beg the question, are there others like him out there?
With any kind of a high-profile crime, there's usually going to be copycat cannibals. I haven't personally seen any.
Yeah, that's highly possible. That usually when one cannibal comes around, he might have a little following.
The guy sitting right to me in this moment might be a cannibal.
There could be a cult of them out there. I'm not sure. Hopefully there isn't, but it's possible.
Okay, you know what they say. It's Olam Messinia. Major Rerum. And you know, the king's meat has many arms.
Carthago Ultima Somnia Apocalypsis.
So many questions. Why did he do this? How many victims has he had? What does human taste like?
Well, I could imagine human meat tastes like any other meat, you know? Maybe it tastes like beef or pork or deer meat, but, you know, I've never really bitten into a man before, so I'm not sure.
I think human meat would taste like beef more than chicken or pork.
I mean, it depends on the person. Like, is he fat? Is he, like, thin? How the fat percent has, how well it's cooked, did the fat melt off, and...
Sorry, can
I
we
wanna
search you?
speak to a lawyer.
The killer may have lurked the city feasting on people, but it was people who finally put an end to his reign of terror. Who knows how many future lives were saved, and the life of his hostage known as Bosley, who couldn't be reached for an interview.
Hey. This is, Bosley. Sorry, I've been not answering your calls. I don't like talking about the whole thing, what happened that day. It was just bad. It was pretty bad. There was no party for one. Hold up. Someone's at my door.
Bosley! Hello! Fuck, not again!